are you doing today? I'm Fiadh. I'm an energy and spirit worker, Reiki Master, and healing arts practitioner. I hope you're doing well. And what I wanted to offer today was a distance energy work, intuitive energy work, and Reiki session inspired by or with the intention of easing any constriction, this feeling of, narrowing, and being able to open up your imagination, open up your dreams a little bit in areas or ways where you may have felt like you've shut yourself down. Being able to dream big and ease and let go of the narrowing. So that's kind of a big intention. I invite you to play or experiment with this intention as you feel like it works for you, how it might apply in your life, or just open up to allow it to flow intuitively in ways you can't even imagine yet. So with that being said, let me take a moment to center myself. If you choose to receive this healing, or if you just want to watch this as a way to relax, that is totally okay. It is of your own free will. You just have to be willing to accept it or say no. And while I center myself, I would greatly appreciate liking and subscribing the video or to my channel. It helps me so much, and it's really truly appreciated. And with that being said, then you can relax and I'll do the rest. Just wanted to apologize briefly, or I guess not apologize, but I apologize if my voice is bothering you, or if I sound a bit nasally. I'm on like day 6 of a cold, so Seiki, Seiki, Seiki. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Seiki, Seiki, Seiki. With a selenite selenite is feeling really good to me today. So I thought I would bring this out for some cleansing. Over your head. Or there might be anything stuck in your crown. My lighting just changed abruptly. That's okay. I'm just moving your energy around, looking at where things are just feeling tight, blocked off. Sweeping behind the head. Over the face. Okay. Very briefly, I want to do this earlier on. Bringing out this crown singing bowl to work on balancing and easing the flow of energy, bringing in that clarity. Clarity of intention. Clarity of thought. Clarity of action. And of dreams. I'm going to try and edit out some of these traffic noises. I don't know why it was stone cold silent outside until I started filming. Hopefully it adds to the ambiance. space, we're just bringing in this fresh energy. Where have you shut yourself down? May not have been on purpose. I think there's just a natural process when we get older and we experience more of life. It can kind of like beat us down a little bit. I don't think that's a natural. Whenever I say that, I kind of don't want to say that's just how the world is, because I do think that's a bit of a cop-out. That's just how the world as people have created it is. I think it can be really disempowering to be like, when we hear things like, life isn't fair, when it's usually a person who has made it unfair. Not to say that everything is always just and easy or that nature is pretty. I just find that we as humans have often made things far more disempowering and difficult for everyone. So bringing in this, that was my little monologue. Now going back into the healing. This little piece is Himalayan sea salt. Just cleansing, clearing, and making space. Really directing and focusing intention inward, inward, inward. Deep into those parts of ourselves that we've pushed down, into the dreams, into the hopes, into the fears that we've pushed down. This process is raising anything uncomfortable for you. Know that it's always okay to take a break, or to just take a deep breath and refocus and recenter yourself. If you're like me, I find it really helpful to lean into discomfort. Whenever an energy session is bringing up something very intense, I just really lean into it. But I am also someone who really likes intensity, so I know not everyone. Sometimes people need a break. That's also totally okay. Into the shoulders. Maybe some tightness in the chest. If there's physical tightness in the chest, please go see a doctor. Anything physical in the heart, please go to an emergency room. Into the mind's eye. Back down into the throat. And up. Just soothing through. Letting go of a clinging or tightening. A force. Those preconceived notions. Of how we have to show up. Of how we should be dreaming. I'm seeing like a jigsaw puzzle, and you keep trying to make all of these different puzzle pieces fit together. And it's not forming a clear picture. Nothing is quite being put together. And the more you try and problem solve, the more you try and fit everything into this one neat picture, the harder it gets almost, the more abstract it gets. Moving into the hips. I'm just going to focus all this energy right into the hips. Because that's where I'm feeling a lot of tightening into the space, into the pelvis. Just moving out a bit farther. Channeling into the space. Seeing burning rosemary. I just saw 2020 on my camera. That may mean something to you. Gotta do something. I don't know why, but immediately upon picking this up, it was like a little voice in my head that was like, whisper a secret to the stone. Which seems goofy, but kind of fun, you know? Do you have trouble expressing yourself? Maybe you've closed off the inner vision of your dreams because you've been scared to like tell people. You don't have to verbalize everything, but sometimes it helps clear the energy when you do. This is your invitation. If you have a crystal, or if you just want to look at the celestite and just like tell the celestite something that you dream of or hope. No one is listening. No one is judging. And if you think that sounds kind of goofy, I invite you to be a little bit goofy. We shame ourselves for so many things. So beautiful. Now into the third eye, and into the temples, and just the space of your face and your skull, where you might feel a little bit tight. Hear a baby crying. It's because there's an actual baby crying. Most of my neighbors currently do have babies, and I live across from a children's park, so just gonna put this right where your throat is. I need to be more gentle with this. A few tiny pieces keep coming off. That's okay. feel like you've been pushed or pulled too far in any direction during the session, or you've been holding on to a lot and your body is feeling uneven, just take this moment to bring the center, to bring your core back into focus. Exhale and release, allowing space, allowing those dreams, those restrictions on those dreams to gently unfurl within you without force. I invite you to take part in this with the acknowledgement that currently this session is not an active process, it is a resting process. The more pressure we put on it, the more it constricts. And if you're someone who's used to putting a lot of pressure on yourself, that's okay. You're allowed to just allow yourself to be. Moving through the sides of the face like they energetically speaking. And into the heart space. Just gonna put this I'm seeing a blue wildflower, like, I want to say bluebell. I can't place it right now. Hiccups. This is my fuchsite. Doesn't it look so gorgeous in this light? can really see the green. It's like something you find in an elf castle or something. I don't know. Like where elves live in a forest. You might have been really into Lord of the Rings when you were younger. Now that I'm thinking of it. Like, not that this specifically has anything to do with that, but maybe you should reread the Lord of the Rings books. I'm not gonna lie, I've only ever read one, which is probably really... Sorry, Grammy. My one grandmother had a huge Tolkien collection and sent me all of the books when I was a little kid. But I was like 8, so of course I just never read them. I tried, but they were a little tough for an 8-year-old. And then I just gave up after that. Anyway, I'm feeling very chatty today. So this fuchsia, bringing in to the heart this sense of wonderment. I just got the word abandonment or self-abandonment. Okay. So moving into the heart, working into these places of the heart, these crevasses that have felt kind of neglected or abandoned. Just calming. Through the head, not physically, but energetically. Just making space. As we're combing through things, when I say making space, it's less about getting rid of things, but more where these parts of yourself have become tight and allowing them space or room to grow, to become, for these doors to open. The center and grounding it down into the body. Just focusing on your root, on your sacral, and on your solar plexus. These 3 more physical, visceral, energetic centers. Just letting them be nourished and supported. Chokore, chokore, chokore. especially if you've gone through periods of anxiety or guilt, or any of those more physical, earthly worries. It's often when we shut down. Allowing the space of your dreams, of your imagination, of your higher self to re-nourish, to revitalize the parts of yourself that have shut down. Didn't mean to boop you. This might take a minute. Work with me. Okay. This is just a tiny little sample of mugwort essence. Through the aura. I'm seeing a bunny rabbit. I actually got bit by a bunny the other day because bunnies apparently bite people. Just moving through. I'm pretty sure he thought my hand was like a carrot or something because it was while I was feeding him. So just moving through. Really fluffing up the aura. It already feels pretty light. I just want to really invigorate and create, strengthen the boundaries of this space. So loud. Okay. so much for being here with me tonight. I hope you didn't mind my slight, silly chattiness. And I hope this session served you in some way and support. I honor you on your journey. I honor you in all of your dreams. Have a wonderful rest of your night.